Hey guys, Epsi here, and today I'm going to be going over an idea that I had for the class systems and how we could change that around to make them more interesting, as well as to make the light system more rewarding and intuitive. Now, the idea stems from me playing Warframe for about an hour the other night and going, okay, I like how they do their system. They have all these cards that you build your character with, and each of the cards can upgrade your weapons and equipment and things. And I thought, can that be applied to the Destiny game? And I thought so I drafted out this idea that is a deck system. So the idea here is that each player will build a deck for their character which will act as their loadout. These decks will dictate the kind of abilities the character has as well as their equipment. Now, the abilities that the character has access to is still limited by their class. As well, each card will cost light. The higher the character's level, the more light that they will have. So for the purposes of just talking about this right now, just assume that the character's light level is equal to their actual level. So if you're level 20, you have 20 light available to you. This will make the light levels less arbitrary and give players a reason to increase that light level, and increasing level cap will become more rewarding to the players, so they have more light to play with, you can do more with it. Furthermore, class items increase the character's light, making them useful and a pertinent item to have. We do, however, need to introduce some limitations here, so the character may not modify decks outside the tower or in orbit, so you have to be in your ship or in the tower in order to modify your loadouts. The character may only bring 3 of these decks into combat zones, so you're going to have to think about what you are getting yourself into before you deploy. Now, with this new system, subclasses might be done away with, like characters can cherry pick the abilities that they enjoy most. This could unbalance the game as each subclass was built with their abilities in mind, but this whole system is so radical with so many opportunities to break the game that at this point it's probably just an idea to keep in mind. So then after creating their character, the players would then choose the abilities as they collect the cards for them, but they would still be limited to one of each specific ability, so 1 super, 1 grenade, etc. They could then choose cards which modify these abilities, so say you have double jump and then you find a card that increases its stability, or you get another triple jump for it, and you can modify it that way. They may also find cards that modify the class and character itself. These are the armor, recovery, and agility buffs, as well as those capstone abilities and other ability modifiers that we have later on in the class that are a bit more powerful. So I'm not sure if I want to increase the light cost of these cards or not, or just keep them there so that players just can play with them as they will. The players will then begin to outfit their characters with gear. Now, lower level gear like white, green, and even blue gear will not have a light cost because they're just too weak to do that, but purple will have a cost of 1 per piece. And exotic gear will vary depending on their capabilities, so let's take the Heart of Praxic Fire. That'll be a higher light cost than the Young Ankara Spine, which sucks. That said, so long as the character has the light for it, they can equip as many exotics as they choose. Now, what will this mean in the game? It will open up a crap ton of possibilities to tailor-build your characters. Maybe we like Golden Gun, but we like the Arc Bolt Grenade. We can have both of those. Or perhaps we never use our melee override or think it sucks, and we'd rather invest it in another exotic piece of gear. Or maybe we forget our super all the time and could use more buffs to our other abilities like I do all the time. I suck at remembering that I have a super up. New cards could be made which are incredibly powerful, costing more light. They could be exotic ability cards or something. As for the equipment, we could apply the same system to the weapons and armor in the system. Maybe you find a card that increases your melee speed and you equip it to your helmet or something. Or maybe you find a specific scope for your gun and you equip that card to your weapon. So we have all these different possibilities for building these massive decks that are tailor-built to make our characters what we want them to be. We even open up the possibility of cosmetic cards which change how our armor looks, and we could just put that into our shaders as well. Maybe just there's so many ideas that I have about this system, and I would really like some feedback on it. What are your guys' ideas? Do you think this idea is cool? If you haven't played Warframe and you own a PS4, it's free right now. Just go play around with it for a couple hours. I mean, you really need to get that invested into it. I mean, it's a good alternative to Destiny, and it has a lot of content in it, and it does a lot of things really well. It does have a lot of microtransactions though. But please leave your comments down below, tell me what you think, and if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe for more content. I've been Epsi, and I will see you next time.